So we're here in Geneva, and today we're meeting with Mr. Bugti, who is the leader of the Balochistan Republican Party. Now, Mr. Bugti's grandfather was the spiritual leader who was murdered in a military assault on their people in 2006. There's been many military assaults by the Pakistani army. So we're here to ask him and hear about the story of what's happening to his people, why he's exiled, why he's living away. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you, first of all, for meeting with us. And I'd just like to hear your story, hear what's happening, because back home in Britain, many people have not really heard of Balochistan. Can you tell me why you're exiled, why you're living here?
We are asking for our basic rights, the Baloch people. We are asking for the ownership of our land, our resources, which were taken by Pakistani government for the last 50 years. They are taking our gas, oil, and in return, the people are burning woods. So one can imagine the gas is discovered in my hometown, Dera Bugti, in 1950, but still people are burning woods for food over there. And the rest of Pakistan, especially Punjab, is like using our gas. When the British left in 1947, they gave independence to Pakistan, India, and a part of Balochistan. Not whole Balochistan, a part. It was called State Balochistan. And the other part of Balochistan, they gave to Pakistan. But after that, we tried our best, and the part which was given independence, the State Balochistan, was forcefully occupied by Pakistan after 6 months, after 6 or 8 months, something like that. But after that, we tried our best to live in this country, Pakistan, and be a peaceful citizen and ask for our basic rights. But each and every time, Baloch people asked their basic rights, birthright, ownership, right to self-determination, right to rule. There was a military operation in response. In 1970s, there was a military operation in Balochistan, 1965, 1980s, and this is the 4th or 5th military operation going on, still going on. There is no access for the international media, local media. So how one can know what's going on in Balochistan?
Since your grandfather was assassinated, what change did that have? Because obviously their purpose in assassinating him was to destroy the movement of your people, to destroy any focal figure. Has that worked?
Of course, because my grandfather was a very respected politician and figure in Balochistan, and he was leading the whole Baloch struggle at that time. And they were coming for negotiations that we want to make deep welling for oil and gas in Dera Bugti, and we want to make an agreement with China, whatever they are doing now. And at that time they were also asking for that in Gwadar, but my grandfather refused to allow all these things, because he believes whatever you are going to do, we want to know what is good and what is bad for us. He tried his whole life to get the rights in a peaceful political way through parliament. But no, as I said before, each and every time when we were asking for our basic rights, the response, harsh military operation, killing.
What do you hope can come from this?
We are trying our best to make the people and international community aware the reality, what is going on there. And like the international community is supporting, especially the Western countries, and especially the United States is giving a huge military and financial aid to Pakistan to counter terrorism. And on the other hand, Pakistan is using the same aid, the same financial aid and military aid to counter the Baloch insurgency, the Baloch political struggle, and to blackmail the West. They are supporting Taliban, supporting Al-Qaeda, supporting all those criminal groups. Pakistan is benefiting, because it is the benefit of Pakistan to keep this like that. Because otherwise, if there is no terrorist or no groups like extremist groups, the aid will be stopped. Yeah, there will be no more aid. So if you go to Afghanistan, I have been there. If you ask anybody, I'm not talking about the official, like the Afghan official, anybody on the streets, like who is doing this, like attacks and bombs, nobody will take the name of Taliban, nobody will take the name of Al-Qaeda or ISIS. they will they're going to answer Pakistan. Because they know very well who is Taliban. Taliban is all the Pakistani army, ex-army officers are leading the Taliban groups. So it is pretty clear for us. And now recently the statement of President Trump is very encouraging, because then enough is enough. It has been so many years they are giving the aid, and Pakistan is using the same aid against the Western countries. And we are the only part of Pakistan that we are pro-West. We are not extremist. So they are trying to use the same extremist groups to counter the Baloch national movement, the Baloch national struggle.
I just hope that the general public, people sitting watching this at home, that care about human rights, that care about wrongs, all the times, if you think about a people who have their own land in their own country, they've had it taken for them, it's rich in copper, it's rich in gas, it's rich in oil, it's rich in gold. And still, the majority of his people, the majority of his country's people have no education, have no water, are left in mountains with nothing while Pakistan prospers. While Pakistan prospers. And I hope people want to really look at the Balochistan struggle. I hope they look at the Balochistan Republican Party. And I hope that you see a mass wave of support coming across the world for your people. And again, on your sister and your granddad, man, and what you've gone through. If you want to see more on this issue in the future, please give Rebel Media a like and subscribe, because mainstream media ignoring this will bring you the news on Balochistan.